So, hope you can hear me and you can see me. Hope I am alive here. So, first of all, this is Shakot Hussain, and I am into quality of websites. So, I'm into websites, I'm into web. So, the reason behind this video, creating this video, is to show you um, what is really going on in the background of a website, of a web page, that you don't see. And I think educating you little by little about these situations is a great idea, and it's not only good for me, it's also good for you to make kind of informed decisions forward. So what I will show you, I will just show you two examples basically. So what I will show you, two examples, one single section that we created already, and I'm talking about obviously website. So one single section, and that section has one single heading, only on element, just a demo heading, just to distinguish between the two situations. So if we just let's go to the screen, so it's easier for you to uh, you know consume this talking and situations. So let's go to the screen. Hopefully you can see the screen now. So if we go to, so sorry, there you go. So this is the section. As you can see, we used a border for that section, and this is just a single heading. No background, no images, no other content, just to just to test and check. Let's say we will put we will have a section, only one section on a page, and just like this, just a simple section like this, having a single heading in it and nothing else. Now, to make this, we have used two different builders in WordPress. So the one is Elementor and the other one is Oxygen. So the Oxygen is not the best builder, not the best of all, but it's obviously way better than Elementor. And this thing I created a while ago, I think it can be even a month. So yeah, but I just thought to go with it just to show you. So the main situation here to understand is not to go with what is the best builder for you at the moment. It just to make you understand that every single builder is not the same, and there are some professional builders that you need to go through if you care about your website's quality. So just to bring this little bit insight into your mind. So this is done with Elementor, and the same thing we did with another builder. Both of them are in WordPress. So this is with WordPress, this is uh, with WordPress as well. Same slug. Okay. Do you see any major difference between these two? Not at all. Now, if a developer builds a website, builds a section just like this, and another developer builds a section just like this, you can't see which one is done with the best practice. And now let me just show you. So another thing here to understand, if you are not a tech savvy person, or if you are just a business owner and you have a website, so if we right click on any of the elements that are on the page, or anywhere, literally anywhere, but let's right click here on that text, you'll find an option that says inspect. If we click there, now let me have it in a different way for sure. If we go like this, hopefully you can see my screen. So as you can see, when we are hovering over here H on, the H on is selected, they're highlighted in the screen above. And if we go here, I think you're following my cursor, this is another element that is the parent element to this H on element, and still uh, the text is selected. If we go again, that another parent element, grandparent element, we can say, the same area, the same amount of area, or whatever you say, is selected, no changes at all. Now if we go any further, that's when it is selecting that area. That means this div here, div, this element is this entire this area. But from here to all the way to here is just this element here. Okay, now in web development, to have a text like this, we need only one element, which is h1. But this builder is injecting this and you can see a lot of things here, now there might be a point for sure. It's not just like a builder feels like doing it, and it's there's point, because maybe they're making the situation better for you, where is like no code situation, you don't have to know code, and you can just build website and things like that. So they're just making it easier for you, which makes sense just in that particular sense. And anyway, if you just see, so this amount of code, so it will be from here, this is the starting div, and the end tag of that, as you can still see. So when we are hovering over here, the same amount of area is selected there, highlighted. The moment we go to the next one, that means this div is an end tag of this div here. That means we are not talking about that parent, so we are just talking about this, and it ends here, not here. Now from here to here, this amount of code is basically, used here to display this. And there are some other situations going on here which I'm not going to go into, because you are not a web developer and not a person of that mindset, so it will go over your head, so no point of doing that. Now what we will do, this exact same thing we have done with a professional, not 100% professional in that sense, but way better in terms of professionalism than this. So this is Elementor and this is Oxygen. So if we inspect, we'll do the same thing, as you can see. So this is the H on, we had the H on here, okay, and we have H on. Now if we try to go a little bit up to its parent, this entire situation is being selected. That means this, even this deep element is not responsible for displaying this text. The only element here is responsible for displaying this text is only this ace on tag, which is, as a person like me, expected, because we just want to display a heading, a text. So this is ace on. That's what we need to display a text heading. So we need an h1 to display a heading text. We have that here and nothing else, because those, in terms of professional coding, doing it in a professional way, the way it should be done in terms of maintainability, scalability of your websites, it's like, well, we need to display a heading text. Well, we do that, a heading tag, maybe ASON, AS2, AS3, that is available in HTML. Let's go with ASON, for example. That's what we need. We don't need any other parent elements like other divs or other elements. So this is, to me, to the point. Okay, so far. So ASON, we need to display this on, this text, just single ASON. But here we need to display this text. ASON is there, but this on is extra, this on is extra, which we could have avoided. Now why does it, why it matters? Well, it matters, it obviously it matters when you're a developer, you're building a website, you will have the pain. And another important thing is, let's say your website is done, kind of, and in the future when your business is growing, you want to add something there, or update something, or let's say you want to let's say you have a brand color like blue color, and that color has been used in multiple places on your website. So the moment you think, well, you know what, okay, now we just changed our brand color. We don't want to use blue, let's use purple or something else. It's just about changing your brand color. Okay, now that's where the you know that this whole thing starts to become a pain, a real pain for the developer. And it's in terms of maintainability and scalability, you will have a lot pain in the long run. And also another thing is speed. you know Good practices, speed, and things around that. Even in that sense, to me, one single character, if it is unnecessary, if we could have avoided that, then avoiding that, just being to the point, just avoiding that one single character, that way I'd go with that way. Because I want to make it optimal in terms of, because when you will be speeding up your website, you know when you want, well, I want to have 90 plus speed score on my website, then that's when it makes more sense. So I don't know how it went, but the simple thing to understand is there is something going on in the background on your website that you don't see really, but it that things really add up to the situations when you are with your page speed, website speed, and you know quality process, and in terms of in the future updating your website, maintaining it, and those types of things. So anyway,